welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but I looked at this pattern and I was like, yeah, I think I could do something different with it. So this was from the Blindside Creations number 13. And I don't remember what the pattern number for it was, but yeah. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to come over here. And why can't I paste it? There. Wait. It says there's nothing in my clipboard. Control C. Control V. There it goes. All right. Oh, that's so weird. Why is it so much smaller? That's kind of funny, right? I took this from the website. Oh, right, because right, I have to shrink the JPEGs because otherwise it blows up my web page. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, check this out. I came up with a new idea. Instead of anchoring this layer, if you actually make it go to a new layer, if later on I need, for whatever reason, I need to shift it, I can come back up here and I can just move it wherever I want. How cool is that, right? I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. But it seems like a pretty cool idea. Anyway, so, but you have to make sure that when you're going to go paint, you have to be on the right layer. I don't know. Can you see this? Yeah, so I'm on, this is the bottom layer over here. So, okay, so paint. So, yeah, we're going to try different colors even because, you know, why not? So at the end of the day, I think this is going to be completely different. So this is, so it's like pretty much every other one, right? So this would be where this is. Right, and then I guess this would be where the next one is. At least if this whole thing works out. I mean, I don't know how this is going to even go. And I guess this goes this way. See, every once in a while, I'll see a pattern and I'll be like, heck yeah, I want to do something out of the ordinary with it. And so that's that. All right, I need another color. Cool. Want something with a little contrast to it, so. And I wanted the colors to be different from this thing. So that way, in case, you know, like if I did them the same exact, it might be kind of harder later on to actually find the one that you're looking for. So I'm not sure that this is going to work with the flipping part. We'll see. I don't know yet. It's all questionable at this moment. So that goes this way, and that goes there. Right, and then, mind you, I'm kind of sort of making this up on the fly, but at the same time, the thought's there, right? Like I totally know what I want to do with it. I'm not 100% sure I can get away with it. But I think it's going to work. And this is how, honestly, like a lot of my patterns in the past have been. Just a case of, you know, wouldn't it be cool if, you know, whatever that if thing is, and then just kind of trying it out and seeing whether or not it works. And then sometimes it doesn't work quite like how you planned, but then it comes out somehow different. Something about it turns out really cool. And, you know, and sometimes those are the best. Like those are where you're like, oh, I didn't even know I could make it go, you know, whatever it is. And so, yeah, I totally want to encourage that kind of creativity. 'Cause I think that kind of stuff is awesome. So going on the alternating thing, we know that this will be the dark green going this way. Mind you, I think there's still yet another pattern beyond this one that I could toy with that would be really fun. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do that one. If I have time, maybe I can do that tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, so far this is all working out, right? Like we can see the paths of the strings so far. Everything's sort of making sense because we kind of knew off of this one, right? It was just in every other thing. The only thing that makes it a little bit weird is how at the very top of it there is 3 reds and 2 yellows on one side and 3 yellows and 2 reds on this side. And I'm good with that, you know, because I double up the strings. It just means that one strand has to be traded off. I'm totally cool with that. That's all right. Um, so my thought with this one, if you can't quite have picked up on what it's doing so far, is that the way that this thing kind of stuck out and these two pieces kind of mirrored each other, I was thinking that it could be kind of more like what a zipper looks like, where the two sort of interlock into each other. And it's totally kind of doing that. I mean, it would be sort of cool if like these pieces could be offset, but I don't think the string is going to lend itself to doing that. At least not with like nice straight rows and being kind of easy about it. This really is going to be a relatively easy one to make. Again, it looks like it just really only has left and right nuts. So yeah, those are kind of nice, you know. I don't want that all the time. I'm not going to turn the channel into strictly doing easy bracelets or anything, but it is nice to have a break from the really insane things and then do something, you know, kind of, you know, fun and easy and whatever. Especially if you get to still be creative about it, right? So at this point, I think it's all just repeating. So this comes up through here. Do, 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 do. And then, yeah, all these are just coming straight through this. Oops. So when I make mistakes like that, I don't know if I've mentioned this. All I'm doing is hitting Control Z, which will back me up one. So that way it gets rid of whatever it was I did wrong. And you can go Control Z a whole bunch of times, but not indefinite. I'm not sure how many times you can do it, but it's a bunch. I've had to do that before. All right. Yes, this is taking a little bit, but we're going to have all of the understrings done when we get done with getting this to the top. So that's sort of nice. We don't have to do a bunch of work after. I'm okay with that. My watch is going off with the reminder to move. Like, but I'm working. I can't. I know I need exercise. I really should exercise more. Do, do, do. Yeah, so I got a feeling that this one is going to be really interesting when you wear it. Just how the repetitive nature of it, the way that the contrast and stuff, it's just going to make it a very interesting bracelet. So, do, do, do. And again, this is, yeah, I just seen a bracelet and thought, oh, I like one aspect of it. Maybe I could kind of go a little bit crazier with that and see where it goes. And this is what we get. So, yeah. I'm kind of thinking that there's even, if I really put my mind to it, I might even be able to come up with some more ideas still yet. Like I said, I still have one other one that I might mess around with tomorrow. But now that I'm kind of this far in, like I think I may have just thought of another. I don't want to make this into a whole series, though. It's not quite as impressive as the Diamonds and Rainbows one was. Like that was a pretty cool. Not to say this isn't cool. I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel like I'm dissing this one. Not to diss this. This is still pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I don't want to make it a whole long series of these. Well, if you guys say, "Come on, let's see those other ones," then yeah, that would be different. It's just I kind of feel like sometimes I go off on tangents that are just amusing to myself, and I drag you guys along for the ride without your input. So yeah, if that's really kind of something you want to see, then you got to let me know, because I have no idea what's good content these days. I just try to make stuff that's nice. All right, we are getting near the top now. That one goes up there. This goes that away. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this is taking. I'm guessing this is going fairly quickly. Ooh, look at that. It kind of ends. That's cool. It ends with this one being its sort of completed row like that. That's cool. That's way cool. All right. Yeah, when it comes to that, like I honestly um, did not know in advance that that was going to happen. I did not know that we were going to end the way it is. Um, it's cool though. I would have been happy with it pretty much anyway, you know, just so long as all of the knots work themselves out. But every once in a while, it does something that I find super interesting like this. And yeah, that kind of makes me happy. So yeah, we got 3 yellows on the left and 2 on the right. So yeah, it's just like before. You just have to double up your strings and then put one strand shifted to the other side. Now the question is, will this flip right? Do, do, do. Control C, Control V. Whoops, we're flipping the wrong direction, vertical first. Yeah, so as you might have guessed, if we just flip it vertical, see, it's, well, slightly curious. Technically, as I look at this, right, this green could go this way, this one could go this way, the yellows bounce, everything sort of did a bounce. You could leave it like that. It looks like just a complete mess. But in the bigger scheme of it, it's interesting. I kind of wanted to just try that just to the see whether or not, you know, the strings would actually allow for it. And it looks like they totally do. But this is more of what I wanted to do. Da, da, da. These lined up almost. There we go. And there's our bracelet. That is, see, I really kind of thought that would be kind of cool. It's only going kind of one directional, but at the same time, there's like they link together in a really interesting way. I like it. I hopefully you guys like it as well. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Before I go, I do want to thank my Patreon supporters who make these tutorials possible. And yeah, they help buy the things like the string that I'm going to need to actually make this thing. So thanks to them, and thank you for watching. You know, it really helps out a lot. So I really appreciate it. And yeah, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.